Hey friends, welcome back. We're in the kitchen today and I want to preserve all the stuff in the fridge with you, just to show you what I plan on doing with it. Tomatoes here, beets, really gotta do something with that. We got a cabbage in here, dill, so we gotta make more pickles before it starts going bad. Or is it already Is it already going bad? Well, crap. Let's see. And then a whole drawer of cucumbers and peppers and zucchini, apples, carrots, a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be dealt with. Because I don't grow stuff just so it can be ruined or go bad, because that's a waste. That's dumb. So let's probably just gonna pull the whole drawer out. You know what I should have done though? I should have gone out and harvested stuff first. So I'm gonna have to harvest a bunch of stuff. It's too hot though. I'll worry about it later. Put the fresh stuff in here, get rid of all this older stuff. Okay, the lighting in the kitchen is terrible. Sorry if it's dark. Let me get a freezer bag. So I'm gonna put the tomatoes in a freezer bag, stick them in the freezer. Whatever tomatoes we don't eat fresh, we just stick in the freezer and then we make sauce with it. Like pasta sauce, spaghetti sauce, whatever sauce. I use it all the same. Spaghetti, lasagna, pizza, it's all the same sauce. Well, I know I washed these, but I don't have to wash that one again. Dirt don't hurt, right? Oh, I know what that was. Coffee grounds. I forgot. I spilled coffee grounds and these were right there. So that big, coffee grounds. There's quite a bit at the bottom of the bowl. And I know these tomatoes were right there when I made that mess. We'll use this as a compost bowl, set it aside. And then I always like to keep a bag on the door here for stuff I'm going to recycle. It seems to work well. And I got sink filled with some soapy water and my kitchen towel to keep things clean as we go. So tomatoes, you just need to go in the freezer like this. And I think we'll just get out everything we have and make a game plan. We have 2 zucchini. Definitely got to deal with that. Cut that off. Okay. This is empty. We're going to rinse it out. Just clean the fridge out, top to bottom. Want to keep it looking nice. Ginger and garlic from Dad's fridge as well. Okay, I'm checking out the dill. I don't think it's bad. There's a couple like little dark, mushy pieces, like not attached to the dill. I don't know. I'm gonna wash it and I'm gonna use it because it's going to sit in vinegar anyways. It's not like, oh. Caterpillar. Okay, so on this dill, there was a ton of swallowtail caterpillars. And so I just made sure I didn't cut the pieces that had a swallowtail caterpillar on it. But this one is the exact same color as the dill. And I had no idea. You still alive? Do they have like little arms that cling? Look, it's stuck to it. But it's still alive, it's moving. But it is like stuck. I can't pull it off. Oh, just got it off. It is they can stick. Oh my gosh. It's sticking to it on purpose. That, ew. Let me get that off. Okay, I just broke that piece of dill off and it's in the sink. Okay, I think we're caterpillar free. Yeah, like it's got like little legs and it was just hanging on for dear life, or I didn't know. That was interesting. I have some jars of dill and vinegar in the freezer I need to go get out real quick. So basically, I didn't want my dill to go bad because I had dill before I had cucumbers come in the garden. And I just put a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of dill in a bunch of different jars. And when I make pickles, I always use jars that I'm not going to can with. So peanut butter jars, old spaghetti jars, because the regular mouth and the wide mouth lids and rings do not fit on the jars that you buy from the store. I've tried it on all of these. Let's see. Like a salsa verde. I don't even remember what this one was, but I don't use my canning jars for this because I need my canning jars for canning stuff. And these are refrigerator pickles. We're not canning them. Although we could. There's enough vinegar in them that we could literally can them if we put them in canning jars and new lids and all that. Probably just like water bath can them for 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to stick these in the microwave to thaw. We'll add the ingredients and put our cucumbers in. We just made a video over how I make my pickles, so go watch that. I'm just going to speed this part up because I don't like to be repetitive. In the microwave, these go. And I got garlic scapes here that are frozen. So I'm going to put 1 or 2, depending on the size of the jar, these garlic scape cubes. That's 2 cubes there. Use silicone ice cube trays to grind up the garlic scapes, which we did together in a video, and then freeze them, and then put them in here. And we have garlic scapes probably almost year round. So for this big one, I'll stick 2 in. 2. Really stinks in here like vinegar. Okay, just run through this with you real quick. Pepper flakes, mine are ghost pepper flakes. Ground mustard, celery seed, coriander, black pepper, salt, dill, vinegar, sugar, water, and cucumbers, of course. Put the ingredients in first, pack in the cucumber, and then top it off with a little bit of water and then rest away with vinegar. And refrigerator pickles are good for a really long time. 1 month recommended, but they last much longer than that for me. Ooh. If they're ugly, like the DAR, D-A-R cucumber variety, I peel them. Okay, all the cucumbers are done. Our pile's empty of them. And we didn't fill all these jars, but that's okay because I know there's got to be some cucumbers out in the garden because it's been a few days since I've gone out and checked. And so I'll leave this jar. I'll leave all these out. And here's what I want to do. I'm gonna use up this fill. So I'm gonna put a couple extra in each one. Each of these have a little bit of water in them, and so then when I'm done packing them with cucumbers, I'll top them off with vinegar to the very tippy top. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on these and set them aside and finish them up after I harvest. Next thing to do is deal with all these peppers. We have hot peppers, bell peppers, sweet snacking peppers, and I'm going to show you what I do with all the extra peppers. We'll do one freezer bag with stuffed peppers. I usually stuff them with taco meat, cheese, throw some rice in there. And so I like these tall ones because I'll just stuff them like that. And everything stays in a whole lot better. And then if they won't stay upright by themselves, I'll cut the bottom to make it flat. That way, hopefully they'll drain any excess liquid, because when they're really liquidy and soggy, they're kind of gross, and that happens when you bake them. Here, let me just do that. We'll put a drainage hole in the middle. Boom. Got our drainage hole, and it stands upright. Keep these pieces separate because we'll chop them up and we'll put them in a bag for diced peppers. Whoa, look at the inside of that one. Oh, that's why. It grew into itself. So the bottom part of the pepper is up in here. Huh. Interesting. That doesn't leave very much room for stuffing it though. I think we'll use this for something else. This one won't sit flat, so something else with that. This one's not deep enough. Neither of these are deep enough. Stuffed peppers, and then when I get more that are like this, I'll add it to this bag. But this will go in the freezer. And we'll make stuffed peppers someday. And for the rest of these, I will dice up and put in here, and we'll use it in our cooking and the tops as well. Okay, we have all this done. Let's see. And this is how I'll freeze it. And then this is the hot sauce bag. So I have probably 5 of these already in the freezer, and it's all the hot peppers from the garden. And then if I have too many bell peppers that I just won't use, a good way to make your hot sauce diluted to where it's not quite as spicy is to dilute it with other things like garlic, onion, carrot, and bell peppers. So I got my hot peppers here, and then shishitos I throw in there too. I'm not worried about taking the seeds out. I didn't worry about it last year. I left all the seeds in and it was fine. Not even noticeable. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off this video by putting the GoPro on my head and doing stuff real fast. And you can watch from bird's eye view. Sorry, cleavage. I'm going to go outside real quick though and harvest stuff while there's still daylight. Come back in and finish this up with you. Here we are at the 2 zucchinis. These are Romanesco zucchini, some sort of variety like that. And I have my little hand shredder here. Sometimes it's easier to just get this contraption out instead of trying to use a food processor or KitchenAid attachment. And it works pretty well. Get this all shredded up. I don't really like cooked zucchini, like baking it or frying it in a pan. It just, I don't know, it's just not my favorite. But we do love zucchini bread so much. So this really comes in handy for baking season. So I labeled it with 4 cups, of zucchini, and threw it in the freezer. And so I'll just make a double batch of zucchini bread because I think zucchini bread takes 2 cups each. We're going to top off our pickle jars real quick since I grabbed a few more cucumbers from the garden because I went out and harvested in the middle of making this current video. And top it off with a little bit of vinegar to finish it off. And we'll stick those in the fridge. And then you see those melons on the counter to the left? Those melons split. They got overwatered. We had a big rainstorm, basically, and they split. So I just cut off the bad parts, give it a little taste just to see, and they're not ripe enough yet, unfortunately, but I stick them in the fridge anyways, cut off the bad parts, and just cover them with foil, put them in the fridge, and eat them later. And this is the very first pear, and these are my happy hands shaken. So Asian pear tree we planted last year, and this year we got 4 fruit on it, so next year we'll have many more fruit, and I decided to cut that up and eat it. It was a very exciting moment to have fruit from your own tree. For the first time ever, my first tree ever that gives fruit. And so that was a happy moment. Now, the bottom drawer where there was the carrots and apples and other stuff like that, we do not get to that in this video or on this day. And then the video is already 20-something minutes long, so I decided not to add it onto this video. So we are almost done with the video. I'm just showing you I went out and harvested and what I'm doing with the stuff. I end up using the apples to make apple pie filling, and then the carrots I, what do you call it? Took the skins off. I'm drawing a blank. And cut them up into small pieces and froze them, and they will be used in my smoothies for the winter. And we got a whole bunch of raspberries here, so I just rinse those off and stick those in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer. And they're for desserts and smoothies and jams and stuff like that. And now this drawer is going to be filled with only the fresh produce. We got out everything that was old, like a week or 2 old, and that's just the process I go through. Clear out the drawer and then put the brand new stuff in there so nothing goes bad. And we're just topping off a bag of hot peppers, goes in the freezer. And yeah, that's all the stuff I'll have to get to later and not in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, seeing how I use what comes in from the garden and preserving it, using it, using it for preserving it for later use, whatever you want to call it. So have a wonderful day. Feel free to like and subscribe. I will see you later, and I got some more videos up here for you. Bye.